So welcome back to Shortboard Tuesdays. So you want more leads and you want to get appointed without a pitch. Let's just look at the two different parties and what they want out of things. Supplier needs, you want a profit. Prospect needs, you want to make sure you get your KPIs and outcomes that you expected out of appointing a supplier. Supplier wants to get appointed without pitch. Prospect wants a low risk selection. Supplier would love to get referred into lots of new great positions, wouldn't you? Great stuff. Interestingly, 84% of buyers B2B buyers start with a referral according to the Edelman Trust Barometer. So there's a real match up there. Of course, it's vital to remember how we make decisions as human beings. Kahneman's work, where he talked about System 1 and System 2 thinking, absolutely comes into the B2B selection process. System 1 thinking, those are the decisions we don't have to think about too much, which is why buyers look for referrals. 84% look for referrals before drawing up their selection list. System 2 thinking, wow, you've got to really make the grey matter work for that. That's why it's almost impossible to win a cold pitch if you're an unknown quantity, because the buyer's got to really think hard. We don't like doing that. So it's this System 1, System 2 approach, which means that brand is so absolutely fundamental to B2B selling. And that's the job of those of us who are in sales and marketing in B2B, to make it easier for buyers to make a decision by building your tribe of buyers who actually are familiar with the brand and recall the brand, and doing that over time. So brand building your time. Long-term activity, and it means adding value consistently about an area of expertise over time. And you choose that area of expertise according to who your particular buyer group is, so that you're appealing to them, getting them comfortable with you, and able to make that sort of type 1, System 1, should I say, decision, rather than maybe appoint you without a pitch. This is where most businesses really struggle, if I'm honest. The ones I've worked with, what I've often found is they've tried to change their area of expertise or not been consistent with it over time, and it hasn't necessarily worked for them. I mean, it's back to that thing that I mentioned last week, that if you want to run a triathlon and then someone offers you someone who's also a golf coach, it's just not as convincing. I have actually worked for a couple of businesses that have tried to prove their expertise in multiple different areas. It's very confusing, because generally the marketing messages that go out are not consistent enough to build that winning of attention, recall and trust that's required to get appointed without pitching. So next week we're going to be talking a bit about how should you choose your area of expertise and what are your options. I'll see you then.